Hello guys, and welcome to the video. So one of the things I want to do today is I want to go a little bit in depth into how I'm building my email SaaS. In the last video I told you a little bit about the SaaS I was building, and if you're just watching this one for the first time, I'm building a newsletter SaaS and email list building SaaS. It's called List Builder. Basically it does two primary things. Number one, it helps you build a clean email list. The keyword is clean because there are so many tools that can help you build an email list, but can they really help you build a clean email list? That's the keyword. Number two, it helps you build what is called a wait list. Now, what is a wait list? A wait list is a landing page that you quickly build and show to your audience for them to get more information about a product, an upcoming product you're building. So it could be a SaaS, it could be a course, it could be an ebook, whatever it is you're building. You quickly build a landing page, and then on that landing page, you collect emails for people that may be interested in that product, such that when you're done with the product, you already have people waiting for you. You can send them an email broadcast, and then they can either start using the product or testing the product or even pay for that product, depending on what you're building. So those are the two things that this SaaS is going to help people do: build an email list, build a clean email list, and build a wait list for upcoming products. All right, now let us go and see a little bit of some of the challenges of this niche. It's a very difficult niche, and so let me just hide this one and show this guy. Okay, so some of the challenges of this niche is that it's number one, spam or wrong emails. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this wait list. So this is supposed to be like a landing page for, okay, so this is a landing page for someone's product. So be the first to know, that's the name of the product and all of that. Now I'm going to try to subscribe to this what's it called, this email list, so that I can get notified when they finish building this product. So but the thing I will do is I would subscribe with an email that I know is probably wrong or does not exist. Okay, so I'll just say maybe 777, which I know probably does not exist. And to be sure this email does not exist, I'm going to run a verification test on this email. So I'm going to come here. Oh, forgive me, I've already run the test, but let me refresh the page so that I can run it again. Okay, so this is mail.so. It's a tool that helps you verify if an email exists, if an email is correct. So what I'll do is I'll come here and paste in 0777, and then I'll try to validate it. It will check the database, ask Gmail, does this email exist in your database? Gmail has just told us that, look, this email doesn't exist because it's undeliverable. In other words, nobody has created this email. All right, great. Now I'm going to come to this wait list, and I'm going to try to subscribe with this email that we just confirmed does not exist. Let's see what happens. So it says success, you've been added to the audience. Now this, I'm not trying to talk down on any email service because I know it's a difficult space, but what I just want to show is that you see that beyond the bare validation that is done on an email, these guys don't go the extra mile to validate that an email actually exists before they add it to your list. And that is because email validation or email verification is expensive. So let me show you why. So if I come to this is the Bounce. It's an email verification tool. Let me go to their homepage. So look at it, email validation tool, blah blah blah. If I come to their pricing, you'll see how much they charge to verify emails. So for 5,000 verifications, you pay $10. For 2 million verification, you pay $800. For 5 million verification, you pay $1,500. Now, if you are running a SaaS, if you're running a personal email newsletter, this should not be a problem. It's not so expensive, right? But if you're building an email SaaS, you're probably going to have free tiers or free plans. If you say you want to verify every email before adding to the database, you're going to be spending thousands of dollars every day, because in a single day you can have 5 million verifications. How are you going to manage that? So that's one of the reasons why the big guys in the email field do not verify these emails before adding to the database. So that's a problem, right? We've established that that's a problem. However, for my own email newsletter, I think it's important to verify our emails before adding it to an email list. I think it's important. So I've gone the extra mile to actually build this email verification tool. And mind you, this email verification tool is a paid tool. You can see I already have, I think they only gave me 50 emails for the free trial. So it's a paid tool. So however, because I know what I want to achieve with my SaaS, I've built an email verification tool. So let me show you what it is. So remember, this is Zeno 777 Trust. So let me just copy it because I would like to run a test on it as well. So I'll come to, I can't even find where I opened the tool. Can you imagine? Okay, yeah. So let me refresh this page. So this is an email verification tool I built. And so the first thing I want to do is I want to verify an email that exists. So let me just be sure that it can actually pick an email that exists. So this is zenotrust@gmail.com. Let's make sure we are human, and I'll click verify. Fingers crossed, will it work? So voila. So you see here, it tells us the email is valid, and then it tells us all the checks that it ran before it came to this conclusion that the email is valid. So the email is deliverable, which means it exists. It has an MX record. It's not a disposable email. It's not a catch-all email. And then these are all the other checks that you run. So it's a free email. There's no syntax error. There's no typo error, blah, 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 and all of that. Great. Now let's go ahead and alter this email. So I'll say Zeno 777, which we are sure this email does not exist. Why? Because we've tested it. I'll click verify. And let's see, fingers crossed. Voila. So it says that the email is this is supposed to be invalid. I'm sorry. I probably forgot to change the text. All right. So it says the email is invalid, and here it tells us that it's not deliverable. So I forgot to change the error message. I'll just fix it. So it runs all the check because there is Gmail here. It has all this in place, but the email itself does not exist. That's why you see that this deliverable is X. All right. So basically, this is a tool that does what this SaaS does. Where is it? This SaaS, this tool I just built, it does what it does. Now, of course, this SaaS offers more feature functionalities because they can bulk verify your email. So if you have 10,000 emails, you can verify everything. And the process for setting up bulk verification is kind of a little bit different from that of setting up single verification, just like you see here. But for the purpose of being able to verify an email before adding it to the database, this is okay. This is enough. So I built this tool, and I've been able to integrate it into my SaaS such that you just cannot. Let me run another test. So let me say disposable email. I want to get a disposable email and try to add it to the database. So let me come here. I'll copy this disposable email. Let's run a test first. So let's just clean this guy out and Control V, and let's run a test on this one. So remember, that email is valid thing. I need to change it. Voila. So you see here, it says email is a disposable email and catch all email was detected. It analyzes the emails and tell you what is wrong with it. Excuse me. And just so you know, it's not only Gmail. So let me just pick an email from my email list and just slot it in. So this is like a private email. I'll click verify. So this is one of the emails in my email list, and as you can see, it can also check private emails, and you can see here it detects that it's actually a private email. So free email provider, and it says no. So this is one of the things that is lacking in most email newsletter SaaS or newsletter providers out there. And it's one of the things that I feel like is necessary if you want to build a clean email list. That's why I took my time to build it out, such that if I come here to my dashboard and I go to one of my landing page, let's just pick anyone, really, it doesn't really matter. If I copy this guy and I open it in a new tab, Okay, so it shows me the landing page, and then I can maybe pick like an email that does not exist, and it's going to catch that email and throw an error. So for example, if I pick Xenotrust 777, which is one of the emails we checked that we know is wrong, xenotrust@gmail.com. Okay, so we're going to alter it and say 777. So we are sure this is wrong. Let's make sure we are human, and let's try to add this to the database. So it tells us that, oh, you remember I told you that I needed to change the text. So I needed to change this value to invalid. But you can see that this is a red notification, and it does not take us to the confirmation page. So it's going to check the email and tell you that, look, this email is invalid. And you're going to have to add like another one to be able to add that email to the database. So in fact, let me try a disposable email. So I'll copy this disposable email here. And okay, where is that page? Okay, so let's try a disposable email here. Control V, and so you say, oh, fail to fetch. So because I just made a request, doesn't want spamming of my form and all of that. So let me put that there and then verify that I'm human. Perfect. And then I'll click subscribe. Okay, so it says email is a disposable email and catch all email was detected. So that's one of the things that I've taken my time to build, an email verification tool. I've built it into the platform such that before an email is, in fact, before you even send a user an email, we verify that that email is correct. We verify that that email exists before sending the user an email and before adding them to your database. So that's a plus for the platform. Now, so that's one of the functionalities I've built out. Now, if you're thinking that, oh, this is a very complex process, blah, 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 and all of that, you would like to know how all of these things work, how programming works on this kind of level, then you should definitely check out like my website, xenotrustacademy.com. I'm going to leave a link in the description to that. Check out my website. I have so many courses on JavaScript, React, NextJS, MERN stack, full stack development, really, that I'm sure is going to change your paradigm shift as a programmer. So forget it. I know what I'm telling you. There's been a lot of testimonials on this stuff. Many of my students have actually gotten job all over the country, all over the world. So make sure you just check it out. So let me show you one other feature, right? I'll go to the wait list, because remember I said we're building something that can help people build an email list but also build a wait list. So if I come to this wait list, currently I don't have any wait list. If I click on create wait list, I don't want this video to be more than 15 minutes. It's going to open this page here where I can add a name. So let's just say, what am I going to call this? Let's just say Zulu blog or Zulu app. So that's the name of the waitlist I'm building, because the name of my product is Zulu app. Now, basically, let me collapse this guy. Basically, on this app here, I can just build out a page very quickly. So let me show you how it works. I'm going to first bring in like a section, 2 sections. So this section now, let's add some padding at the top and bottom. Okay, I need to move closer a bit so that I can see, because the text here is small. Let me see if I can increase it. Okay, that's better. So let's just add a little bit of padding. So I'll just say more options, and I'll add a padding of 50 on the top and 50 on the bottom. Sorry, 50 on the bottom. Okay, so here in this place, let's add a heading. So I'll click on this X to close up this guy and go to content, and then let's just add a heading. Then I'll add some text. Then I'll add a button. All right, don't worry, I'll edit this stuff and show you. So now for the heading, let's just modify the text and say build, and maybe the A should be small letter, build an email list with the right tools. Okay, now let's make this text a little bit bigger. So let me add 3 dots. So for making the text big, I'm just going to come to these settings here, and I'll increase the font size, and maybe I'll make it bold as well. I think this is fine. 36, and then I'll just say, where's the bold? I think that bold should be up. Okay, font family, font weight regular, I'll set it to be bold. All right, then maybe I can change the color a bit. I don't want to do all of that, right? You get the gist. Maybe let's make it a bit smaller. So the text, okay, I'm looking for okay, this is the font size, so let's reduce it a bit. And then for the text, let's just say something like an email list of 1000 is equivalent. So here I said an email list of 1000 converts better than a social media following of 10,000. Start building a clean email list today. So that's like, you know, maybe I'll make it a bit bigger. So 14 looks small. I'll just make it at 15. And then for the button, I will set the positioning of the button to be aligned to the left, and then I'll just change the color here and there of the button. So let's say background color, let's make it blue. Where is blue? Where are you? Okay, so let's make it blue and just click outside. Is that not background color? Hover background color. Oh, I'm sorry. So background color should be blue. Okay, so that's better. Or whatever it is you want, really. I'm in a hurry. I don't want to waste time on this. So this is it. Now here, I want to add an image. So I'll close this guy and then I'll just bring in an, where's it? Image. So let's drop the image here. Now, this is one of the things that is really cool about the project. Let me show you. So I want to add an image, but where is that image going to be? So what I've done is that for this page builder or for this waitlist builder, I've built a media library. So right now there's nothing in the media library, but if I come here, I can just click to upload an image. So let me just upload an image of myself and I'll say upload, and it tells me that the file has been saved to my database. If I come here, I'll see that file. So all I just need to do is to copy the link for that file and just come here to my image and slot it in. So I'll say Ctrl A and Ctrl V, and voila, you see that image displayed here in the next 2 seconds. So that's the image here. So just in a couple of seconds, I've been able to start building a landing page. Now, obviously, what is a landing page if you do not have like, you need to be able to add your email newsletter collection form, your email collection form here. So what I'm going to do is, first off, I would add a heading, and then I'll say, oh, sorry, not a heading, I'm sorry. I'll add a block, and then, okay, let's just add this block at the bottom, and then obviously I need to add the padding to the block as well. So let me look closely, and where's that padding? Okay, so let's just, more options, add the padding of 50, and here also I'll say 50. Okay, perfect. So inside here I would add a heading, and I think I can just bring this heading, since I'll duplicate this heading and just drag it. I think you can drag it just by clicking here and just drag it anywhere you want. Now this heading, I would edit, Ctrl A, and say join the wait list. All right, now all we just need to do is to center the heading. So if you come here, you can position the heading in these tools here. That's one. Then I would close this guy and go to the content and say that I want to add a text. Now before I add a text, let us bring in our form. So this place is called embed forms. Right click and open in a new tab, and it's just going to show you the forms. So if you click down here, you see that no form is actually showing now, and that's because for you to add an embed form, let's go to our email list. All right, the form is connected to the email list. Now for you to have an embedded form, you need to add a template. So that template is like a welcome message you want to send to your users when they subscribe. You don't just want to say you've been subscribed. Send them an email, let them see that, oh, they've actually received something from you. So if, for example, I wanted to maybe do this WordPress list as the embed form, I will just come here and click on edit to edit the form, and then I'll say that I want to send a welcome email whenever somebody subscribes to this form from the embedded form. I'll click on update, and right now you can see the welcome email. So because I've done that, if I go back to the embed form, then I will be able to select the WordPress list because it's now here. So once you do this, all you just need to do is to copy this iframe code and go back to your page builder, and then bring in the HTML tab here. Now in this HTML tab, primarily you just want to paste in that embed code you just created, and voila, you're going to see your email, your subscription form there. Excuse me. Now that you've done this, you probably just want to add maybe a couple of one more content and all of that to the page, but because of time I'm not going to do that. So I'll just go ahead and click on create waitlist. It's a draft waitlist. So waitlist created. Now let's actually go and view this waitlist in another tab. So I'll just paste that, I'll paste that link there and hit enter. Voila, so this is the waitlist we just created. Build an email list, blah blah blah, and as you can see here, we have the join the wait list, and then we have our wait list here. So right now, any user that tries to subscribe to this wait list, let me actually show you. Let me go to the wait list. So I used the data search? Okay, I use the WordPress wait list, and if you open this list here, you see that it's just Xenotrust that is there. Now let me go to my account just to speed things up. My subscriber verification method is 2-step. Let me set it to 1 step so that once the email is valid, it is immediately added to the list. So I've set it to 1 step. I'll come back here and I'll say I want to add, let's just say admin.zeno@gmail.com. Let me verify that I'm human, and let me say subscribe. All right, fingers crossed, because I've not really been testing. I was just building. I didn't really take my time out to test. So I get this notification here, and then it also says success, you have been subscribed to the email list. I guess I should get rid of that notification. This is enough. Maybe I'll just make this a little bit better. All right, so now if I go back to this email list, so this is the WordPress email. You see that I already have 2 subscribers. If I click on open, you see now that I have this email here. Now this email is only here because it is valid, because all the emails are validated before they are added to the list. And when I say validated, I don't mean they have the correct format. I mean there's a check to make sure that they exist before they are added to the list. Now obviously this guy is also going to get a welcome email, so let me try to go to this email. So that this welcome email that I created here, that I set here as, you know, to be attached to this email list, the user is going to get it also. So let me show you. So this is the email I just subscribed with, and as you can see, we have data search, welcome data search, blah blah blah, and this is the welcome email you see here as well. So that's what I'm building into the email list app and the wait list app. So just to stay updated as to when I'm going to launch this project, I'll leave a link in the description to my email list. So just drop your email. When I finally launch this project, I'm going to send you an email so that you can sign up for free and, you know, just test it and play around with the platform and see if it offers as much value as I would like it to at the time of launch. Once again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, support me. I mean, I'm trying now. Just try and support me too. Subscribe, turn on notification, engage the videos and all of that. Help me grow, just as I'm trying to also build and help the community grow as well. All right, thank you so much, and I will see you in another one.